What's up, fish tank people? FishTankTV.com, Dustin's Fish Tanks, bringing it to you on a Sunday, baby. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. So today I'm gonna bring it to you in front of the 220 right here. Got the 220 behind me. I'm gonna bring some new fish from out in the greenhouse into here. I got an update on the sick Hamburg Blacks. We're gonna bring those suckers in here today. I've also got some tiny little baby fish that I'm gonna bring in as well. And I also wanna talk to you today about some of the predators that I have and some of the concerns I have bringing these new fish in from the greenhouse. Here we go. All right, so first things first, if I were to do it all over again, I would not do 2 neons and 2 bloodfin tetras and 2 rainbow fish, 3 rainbow fish and 5 air. If I were to do it all again, I wouldn't do it like this. But we're gonna do it like this because that's how we're gonna roll. So I wanna show you some of the fish I got going on here. Yes, I got a little bit of algae. Actually, it's not even algae, it's fake algae. Those of you who saw my fake rant the other day that I had to take down because I was losing subscribers. It was a joke, you people. But I wanna show you some of the fish I got going on in here. Of course, he doesn't come out when I want him on camera. This is my angelfish, and he is the main concern that I have right now because I am going to put some small fish from the greenhouse in here as well as some fish from over there in that tank. And while I'm zooming around the 220, I gotta point out Big Momma Black in the mix. What's up, Big Momma Black? How you doing? That's my Mama Hamburg Black right there. My boy Steve actually called the parents or the dad of that fish right there trying to get some more. And he goes, yeah, when's the next time you're gonna be in Chicago? He's like, he doesn't ship. So my boy was crushed. So I got the fish. We're gonna add more Hamburg Blacks here today. It's time to roll out to the greenhouse with you. I wanna show you what we got going on right here. Got the garden pond, which I leave running year round here. Got it going on here. And the fish are hiding as they always do when it gets too cold. I absolutely love this skimmer box this time of year because I can take it and all I gotta do, it's easier to do with 2 hands at one. I can grab it like this and I can just dump the leaves. Boom, problem solved. So that's awesome. Just wanna show how easy the maintenance is. Thanks to our friends at Aquascaping, my man Greg. Click the links around here. You can check out more of his actual pond. The owner of the Aquascape company's pond is pretty legit. And I want you guys to see, if you can check those out, the Elodia and the giant jungle valve growing like mad in there. So let's roll to the greenhouse to show you some fish that were sick but are now healthy. And of course the greenhouse is in full condom mode. It is sunny right now, so let's roll in here and I'll show you the difference in temperatures. It's about, I don't know, 35, 38 out here right now. And I know I'm about to show you some fish, but I do have to share the, not that you guys are into this sort of thing, this is some Liguigia brew whips or whatever, brew vipes or whatever. And then I've got some Liguigia inclinata. And yes, I'm running a little bit of CO2, but check out those tiny, tiny little babies I've got in there. Those are not coming in, but gotta love this, the full sun tank getting a little CO2, looking solid. And I wanna show you this. This is the Hamburg Blacks tank right here. Been using the grow line monitor from our friends at Hanna Instruments. I run it at 75. It's actually a little hotter than that. I just added a little bit of colder water, cooled it off. pH slightly above. It's flashing because the TDS is below the setting that I adjusted it to. So I'm in here stirring this around, and we'll get the Hamburg Blacks out of here. And ooh, they're not happy about that. There's one of them. We'll put them down in the 220. You're going back to see your fam and your kids. Get excited, dog. Get excited. So they're swimming good. They got solid poops. Time to move them back into the big tank. And as we roll in here with the new Hamburg Blacks, I just want to point out that aquarium herpes is real, folks. It affects many people. It's not as bad as pink gravel, but it's close. You can see the duckweed I've got all over my sleeve there, the old duckweed sleeve, as we bring these bad boys into the 220. And as we roll down in here into the basement, my fake basement, I want to point out, this is my fun part for me because I've got these guys in here. So the question I always like to do, and I have the lights on, it'd be more chill if the lights weren't on for them, but I always wonder, like, when they come in, like, this is my question for you all. Like, do the fish know each other? Like, does this fish remember, like, that they were friends with the other one in there? Like, do these guys know, like, what is socially going on in the minds of these fish? I would absolutely love to know your thoughts on that. Like, when these fish come in, they're like, oh man, welcome to the club. So, excited about that. Let you guys acclimate for a little bit. These were in warmer water. I'm letting them cool off for just a tad. Hey dog, what's up, man? I missed you back in the 125. Like, does he remember that he was in the 125 with them? You guys think what your fish think? Just a thought. And while we're waiting on those guys to acclimate, I want to point this out as a quick algae tip here. Like, look, folks, This algae is my problem. I didn't have enough water flow. It got stagnant. I got a little algae on there. You can buy an algae eater, but I am not expecting this wonderful little, I think it's a bristlenose pleco, to actually clean up all that. He's doing a nice job right now, but it's you got to manually remove it and just hope that they can kind of maintain it. So I'm not expecting him to eat that over workload of algae that I've got on there. But he's doing a nice job though. Keep up the good work, big man. Keep it up. Wait, did somebody say algae? Oh, I got some algae going on in here. This is the Hamburg Black Baby Center, and what I wanted to do, mission 1 was achieved, and that is grow a lot of algae. No, I'm kidding. Actually, mission 1 was to raise up and grow out these little babies that we had out in the greenhouse. You can see these guys are growing in really nicely. I'm really stoked about that. Obviously, the lesson to be learned here, Dusty was running his lights 8 hours a day. I haven't messed with this tank hardly at all. I got some cyno going on in the back, but I was power feeding these guys the stuff from our friends at Rod's Foods. I mean, I was feeding them basically steaks, so you can see how fat they are. They're fattened up, and I'm gonna put them in there, but I am a little concerned about the angelfish. I think they're gonna be big enough and fast enough to get away from him, but it is a wild caught Nanai angel. Click the links around here to check out more on that angelfish, where it was actually collected in the wild. But these are, I don't know, 7 Hamburg Blacks going in. We gotta rip out this tank. I got an experiment to do with this one. All right, now here's one of my concerns. He doesn't look like much from here, but this is one of my hand-caught Nanai angelfish from the jungles of Peru, and he is a bad mofo. He actually used to live at Southland Perk. They got rid of their tank. He's angry, and he used to beat up people left and right. So while he's hiding behind the wonderful Crenum natans, it's not Java Fern, it's actually just fake. But while he's hiding in there, that is a bad dude, all right? He is a bad mofo, and I am a little bit concerned that he'll go after the babies, but he hasn't gone after these neons yet, so I guess if he hasn't gone after the neons, he probably won't go after the baby live bears, but we shall see. So he's one of the concerns. You can click the links around here and check out where I caught him in the wild as well. And before I get out these little Hamburg Blacks and put them in the main event, I want to show you one of the experiments I'm doing here. I've got a bunch of these baby blue mystery snails. You can click the links around here for my thoughts and opinions on snails. I absolutely love them. I've done tons of videos on these snails. They're fabulous. They got the blue glow to them. They're really awesome. I've got about 40 in here. Shout outs to my girl Christy up at the Aquatic Experience for bringing me a boatload of these. And some of y'all got these on a sale a while back too. So these are really hot. And I want to see how they do on the cyno. Now look, cyno is actually a bacteria, but I'm curious if these all-eating mystery snails will get in there and actually tear up that cyno. So I'm going to put 40 of them in there and see what happens. I'm going to go reverse. So I'm going to take these fish out, which are, you know, heavy food eating, not getting a water change. Like, they're just causing the algae. There's not enough water flow, not enough oxygen. I'm going to remove them and I'm going to add a ton of snails just as an experiment to see, can I, like, without actually physically removing any of it, get all of that algae out of here with about 40 mystery snails. I've got what's called a net. Some of you guys critique me for not using a net. I've also got a wet desk, which is always the best thing to do. But if you guys remember back in the day, my girl Go-Go, she came and she actually messed up this desk, spilling water on it. So it's all jacked up anyway, so little fish tank water never hurt anything, right? Right, folks? Tell your kids that. Tell your parents that. Tell your friends. We're going to net these suckers out here. My babies. Hi, guys. Oh, look at that. 4 in 1 net. I'd love to tell you they're hard to net. That's 4. That's quattro, folks. That's 4 in 1 net. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. And this is always how it's best to leave your desk nice and wet. I've got these guys in here. Dual monitor setup. Actually started editing on a bigger monitor. And then we go over here to the 220. Here we go. So we're gonna float those guys. Now I don't like to look at him. He's actually the mystery snail eater right there. That is a checkerboard cichlid. Look at the rainbow saying what's up. So we're gonna float these babies right here for a while. Let them chill out. Now I wanna see a reunion. I want mom and dads to be happy. So now we got 5 in there, 2 in there, and 1 already in there. Unite the clans. Oh, she's out. She's checking them out. Look at that. She's like, oh, what's up, son? Live from New York. Yeah, look at her. She's like, oh, what's up? There's my man. There's my sister. What's up? Karen's back. Oh my God, Karen's back. I don't like him checking them out. I come down here to check on him, and Mr. Angelfish is just scoping out my babies. Punk bastard. I don't think we'll get him though. Love that fish. And here are the 40 some odd blue mystery snails that I'm going to put in here to see how they react with the cyanobacteria and if they eat on it. Maya, you into that? You down with that? She's down. We'll put the snails in there. We got a bunch of Miss Blues, Maya.
Miss Blue.
Yeah, Miss Blues, yeah. They should do good. Alright, so I want to show this. There's Big Momma Black checking out some of her babies hanging out in the mix. So that's always awesome to see that. I would love to know your comments. Please drop me a comment on you think if your fish like know what's going on with each other. So there's the babies in there. And then I want to point this out too. Here's the male and the female that were out in the quarantine tank for quite a while. Now I'm pointing this out, it's kind of gross, but I think it's worth pointing out. Notice their poop. They have nice, good green poop, good chunks. Like this is a healthy poop, just like humans. So nice, healthy poops coming. I am not concerned about spreading internal parasites. I am concerned about this big bad boy busting in and eating some of the babies, but we're about to let these suckers loose. Stay clear, buddy. I don't think he'll really get them. He's making me nervous lingering around there. And here it is, folks, your moment of zen. We are going to reunite the entire Hamburg Black clan in the front. Let your feet stomp in the 220 right here. People call me out on not having nets. I got a net right here. I got this oh so handy thing that I bought at a garage sale. I recommend these. And I've got screaming kids above us. Not that you know what that's like. So I'm gonna take this. You never, ever, 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 ever want to put the fish poop water into your tank, okay? You don't want to do that. If you're buying fish from, I don't care whatever you're doing. So you're gonna take this. Of course, I don't have it set up high enough you can see it, so I'm just gonna do it like this. Set it on the ground here. Dump these suckers in. All right. Here's they are right there. We'll let them go. 1, 2. Oh, they're in. They're happy. Now comes part 2. We gotta get the babies in. Get the babies in. Oh, I'm nervous about the babies. Will they get eaten? That is the question. Here are the babies up in the mix. Don't forget, I've been going live a lot on YouTube. Hit that notifications button and YouTube will go, hey, Dustin's doing some live stuff. He might be angry, he might be happy. You never know what you're going to get on the live stream. So hit the notifications button or that subscribe button if you so desire and you're enjoying this. Because I got some baby Hamburg Blacks in the mix here. Let's drop these suckers in. Whoa, 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 rainbows chasing them. That's not good. That's not good. No, no, oh no. Did you guys see that? Those rainbows were hunting them down. Oh no. Hey, that's not good at all. So yeah, if that sucks. I thought they were big enough. Apparently they're not big enough to live in the family. Hopefully they will survive. Will they get eaten? Oh no. That is not what I wanted to see and not who I expected to be doing it either. Let me know what you think is going to happen in this tank, everybody. Tank on.